When preparing for PCNSA Palo Alto Networks Certified Network Security Administrator exam, you can choose the most updated PCNSA dumps of DumpsBase to start learning the PCNSA dumps questions and answers. PCNSA Updated Exam Dumps is identical to the authentic Palo Alto Networks Certified Network Security Administrator test. A thorough study of the Palo Alto Networks PCNSA dumps questions will make it a number of easier for you to successfully pass the PCNSA exam successfully. In this video, you can check PCNSA free dumps first online. Question number 1. Which two firewall components enable you to configure SYN flood protection thresholds? Choose 2. A. QoS profile. B. DOS protection profile. C. Zone protection profile. D. DOS protection policy. Answer. B, C. Question number 2. Which Palo Alto Networks security operating platform service protects cloud-based applications such as Dropbox and Salesforce by monitoring permissions and shared and scanning files for sensitive information? A. Prisma SaaS. B. Autofocus. C. Panorama. D. Global Protect. Answer. A. Question number 3. 4 configuration choices are listed, and each could be used to block access to a specific URL. If you configured each choices to block the same URL, then which choice would be the last to block access to the URL? A. EDL in URL filtering profile. B. Custom URL category in security policy rule. C. Custom URL category in URL filtering profile. D. Pan-DB URL category in URL filtering profile. Answer. A. Question number 4. You need to allow users to access the Office Suite application of their choice. How should you configure the firewall to allow access to any Office Suite application? A. Create an application group and add Office 365, Evernote, Google Docs and LibreOffice. B. Create an application group and add business systems to it. C. Create an application filter and name it Office Programs, then filter it on the Office Programs subcategory. D. Create an application filter and name it Office Programs, then filter on the Business Systems category. Answer. C. Question number 5. Which license must an administrator acquire prior to downloading antivirus updates for use with the firewall? A. URL filtering. B. Antivirus. C. Wildfire. D. Threat prevention. Answer. D. Question number 6. An administrator would like to see the traffic that matches the interzone default rule in the traffic logs. What is the correct process to enable this logging? 1. A. Select the interzone default rule and edit the rule on the Actions tab. Select Log at Session Start and click OK. B. Select the interzone default rule and edit the rule on the Actions tab. Select Log at Session End and click OK. C. This rule has traffic logging enabled by default. No further action is required. D. Select the interzone default rule and click Override on the Actions tab. Select Log at session end and click OK. Answer. D. Question number 7. Which statements is true regarding a heat map report? A. When guided by authorized sales engineer, it helps determine TE areas of greatest security risk. B. It provides a percentage of adoption for each assessment area. C. It runs only on firewall. D. It provides a set of questionnaires that help uncover security risk prevention gaps across all areas of network and security architecture. Answer. B. Question number 8. You must configure which firewall feature to enable a data plane interface to submit DNS queries on behalf of the control plane. A. Admin role profile. B. Virtual router. C. DNS proxy. D. Service route. Answer. A. Question number 9. Which security profile will provide the best protection against ICMP floods? Based on individual combinations of a packet "s" source and destination IP address? A. DOS protection. B. URL filtering. C. Packet buffering. D. Anti-spyware. Answer. A. Question number 10. Which two security profile types can be attached to a security policy? Choose two. A. Antivirus. B. DDoS protection. C. Threat. D. Vulnerability. Answer. A. D.